Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Addo's Playtime. In the last episode, we got our self-powered oxygen maker all fixed up and working. It seems to be doing its job. It is pumping out that oxygen the way that it needs to be done, and started kind of coring out some of this area over here to try to consolidate some of this polluted water down into here. This kind of makeshift polluted oxygen and polluted water tank. That way we could use that polluted water to keep sieving into our oxygen maker. As well as we just kind of are at a point now with our calorie count, hatches are going good and everything like that. I think it's time to really get into the Atmos suits and get into exploring more of all this empty, sweet space that we do desperately need. So I think that is going to be on the docket for the day as far as getting this stuff done. So this will be more of an exploration episode. So every time that I run into a new vent or geyser, I'm still looking for a more permanent water source for our oxygen maker here. But every time I bump into one or get to where I explore one or do something to that nature, I will pop in and I will show you what we're going to do. I think we're going to explore down first. I think that getting some oil and some lead, hopefully there's some lead down there and some diamond, that maybe that will help us in our exploration. We have quite a bit of space that we need to travel down here to get that. Maybe we'll get lucky and find an ice biome down here, and we can do some iron into steel and get into the later game stuff. But right now, the biggest things is making sure that we get that barbecue going so that we can drop some of these skill points that we have saved up into suit wearing and all that kind of thing. Because right now, our lowest dupe looks to have like 6 on their morale, and they're going to need a lot more than 6 to just wear the suit sustainability. And only having like a 1 buffer is not good for me. So we might try to, as well as get the barbecue going, also think about getting some of these tiles here into more natural tiles, get a pip in there, maybe even wild plant some stuff so that we can have a nature reserve or a nature park, however it is, in our things to give them a little bit of boost of morale for that. So for first off, we're going to check out what we've got here. We have a builder, which is really good, an excavator, which is really good. This one's a loud sleeper. We don't want that, but we do have this one who's a Luddite. So I think we were going to go ahead and take Otto and turn him into Toolman. That's right. He will be Mr. Toolman. So that will give us an idea that he is more of a builder constructor than anything else. So welcome to the team, Toolman. We will make sure that the first thing you get is a bed, and we are actually out of mess tables, so we probably got to move this somewhere as well. Maybe we can make a new mess hall right through here or something like that. But yeah, Toolman will get a cot. He will get a skill of at least 1 digging and his hat, because he's going to be a builder digger. And then we will go into the schedule, put him on the last spot in this schedule. And now we have at least 1 or 2, no, not here on this one, but we have at least 1 or 2 diggers and builders going around for most of the day. There's always going to be somebody doing something, and I like that. So we will get going on this. I'm going to make a few Atmos suits out of copper in the background, and then I will just start exploring downwards and see where we get. Okay, so we have set ourselves up a little gymnasium here because I'm noticing that there are a few dupes that are taking a long time to get anywhere. So our first applicant up for this is employee number 3. If we look under his skills, employee number 3 has a 1 in athletics and maybe about 20 or so cycles on the gym. He'll get his athletics up a lot higher, as well as his operations or operating. That'll probably go up as well. Now the trick is to lock them in that room and give them the research tree so that they can accumulate their experience points a lot faster. So we'll probably put a few dupes in there just because Athletics 5 is what Beastman has, and Dig Dug. These are our first ones. We just want to try. Oh well, Employee has, but I think they came with a few extra on there. So yeah, they have the suit sustainability and stuff already. So we'll put a few dupes into the gym, and we'll see how quickly we can get their skill sets up. All right, there we have Employee 3 jumping on the wheel. So he is going to just pretty much live in here. This is going to be his life from this point on. I'm going to also lock him into the base through our other doors and our entryways. So this is it. And run on, buddy. You just power that one single light for the rest of your life. So yeah, we will check on him in about, I don't know, 10 or so cycles from now, and we will see where he's at and see how quickly it's going. Just as a reference again, he is at an Athletics 2 already, so it's already working. So he is Athletics 2 at 98 cycles. We'll come back at 108 and see where he's at. All right, so I've queued up a humongous construction project because just like all things in Oxygen Not Included, you get distracted from what you have to do something that you don't really want to do. So what we're doing here is every time my dupes come down into this area, they are suffocating as they're trying to get down into this biome. And when that happens, it's causing a lot of issues, and I'm just kind of sick of it. We've started getting our Atmos suit docks kind of in check here, but it's going to be a while before we get to the point where the dupes can actually wear them. So what we're going to do is we're going to pump out all this chlorine and all of this natural gas and anything else that's in here, and we're just going to leave out the oxygen, and then we'll probably put a second filter for the polluted oxygen because we don't really care about that. We may even put a carbon skimmer down here to help out to skim out all this carbon monoxide and all that stuff. Now it's going to drop down here, and we did get some oxalite here. We found some, and it started putting out some oxygens for our dupes to use, but they're still having to run up and down, and it's just kind of annoying. So I'm going to try to do this and see if it works. I don't normally do something like this, but I feel like at this point it is obnoxiously necessary. So I'm going to get this little project done and show it off when it's complete. All right, and with that last gas tank, we are ready to rock. Oh, well, I guess we had a pipe to finish. So these are going to be pumping out all of the stuff from here as soon as we get this going. Gotta figure out why it says pipe block, but yeah. So that way our dupes can do a little bit better. They're still digging out around here. They found a pocket of oxygen to live in. So this isn't so bad anymore as well. So I'm gonna start pumping this out, and we will come back when the tanks are getting full and we have to add on more, which will probably happen, which is always what happens and is why I don't like doing it this way. So yeah, I will be right back. All right, so we got our first stone hatchling farm going on up here, and we're putting in our sedimentary rock to keep these guys happy. So this is our very first one. He is gonna start eating away at some of this stuff and get us some smooth or some more stone hatches. Oh, when they fall asleep, they're so awesome. I love it. Yeah, so he'll be making us some more coal. He'll be getting all the things that he needs to get things going. And as you can see here, Employee 3 still running away at it. So yeah, so I totally didn't accidentally put this in backwards and totally make these, you know, backwards as well. And it was done correctly the first time. And oh yeah, this is the first time I'm doing it. What am I saying? Oh gosh. Any hoozle. I'm going to hook all these back up and then I'll pop back in. And there we go. Now it's off and running. So no filter set. We're going to filter out the oxygen, and we're going to filter out the polluted oxygen, leave all that in here and suck in everything else. Now this is going to run in the background, and it is going to take forever. And as you can already see, we are just already filling these suckers up. I tell you what, if you want to pump out this biome's worth of everything, it is going to take hundreds and hundreds of cycles. It's why I typically don't do this, but until these Atmos suits get going, until we get a lot of barbecue rolling, I really don't have any other option. So right now, just to keep our dupes happy and oxygenated, we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, what we did discover down here is 2 neutroniums right here. So I'm going to queue these up to be dug out and looked at. Hopefully we've found something good. I'm not really feeling too confident about it because every time I get excited, guess what? It turns out to be some kind of volcano, but it is the biome that we chose. So yeah, I will pop back in once we get close to digging these suckers out. Okay, it looks like we're getting real close here. I want to be very careful not to do anything silly. Oh, salt water geyser. Oh, we can work with that. Good Lord, that took forever. All right, a saltwater geyser. So we can use that to desalinate and put into our self-powered oxygen maker up here. So that's great. So let's see what the other one has in store for us. Okay, here we go. Round number 2. Oh, come on, Rocky. Finish that up, buddy. You're right there, man. Come on, finish it. Finish it. All right, here we go. Here's what's the second one here. It looks like we have some kind of a vent of some sort. Let's see if Build It Bert will get it done for us. And we have a cool steam vent. All right, well, we're capping that sucker off. But good, we have a saltwater geyser. Fantastic. That's going to be the first one. So what we'll do, we'll actually probably just insulate this sucker real quick. What do we got around here? We have obsidian, igneous rock. So we'll get an igneous rock, some of the local materials, and we will cap this guy off. Ooh. And that'll be that for this guy until we really want to try to tackle something like this. You can use these for water, but they don't produce a lot. It's not very fun. I'm really not into it. So yeah. And then we will dig out a giant pit here somewhere, probably over, oh boy, we might do it over here. We want to go this way anyways, but to see what that is. But yeah, we'll dig out a giant pit and pool us up some water. We'll let this thing start going off as quick as we can. Usually those things come out pretty hot, so we may have to do some things to cool it off until we're ready. Now, on the other hand, there's this one up here, which I've been itching to get to for quite some time. I've queued up some dig commands here to get them up here to get this dug out and see what we find on this particular geyser. All right, here comes vent number 2. Hopefully, ooh, cobalt volcano. Another volcano. All right, let's cancel you. You just be there. All right, let's go do some more exploring. I haven't seen another vent or geyser yet, but we will keep looking around and I'll see what I can find and we'll keep going. Oh, we have a printer pod activation. So far, I've been just taking the care packages because there hasn't been anybody that I really care about too much. And I have 15 dupes and oh my gosh, I'm just realizing our calorie count is bad. So we're going to take the water again and keep running at it. Now we're at 106 cycles and employee number 3 is still running away at this. We'll check in on him in just a moment. But yeah, I think it's time to create our evolution chamber here. I think that we need to de-evolve some of these guys so that we can start getting the hatch or the barbecue going. And we can do some stuff to get everything out of here as far as the eggs and things of that nature. Now, to do that, we are definitely going to have to get Mega Man here because he is going to be our mechatronics engineer up to snuff. So he's going to have to do that all the way through this, and it is going to probably stress him out. Probably stress him out pretty bad. Right now, he's only got 3 skill points, so we can't even kind of get there. So we'll start off by giving him some more improved carry and then go from there. We could see about getting employee number 2 into the mechatronics stuff as they might be able to handle it. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. I'm making an executive decision. If he gets really stressed out, what we can do is just put him on some stuff to get that stress down. But yeah, we'll give him his new hat and we will probably skill scrub him in a little bit because I don't think he can handle it. And what that means is I will queue up some automatic, an evolution chamber as it's called, and get some of these eggs to be pushed over here. And, you know, that way we can increase our critters to 7. As soon as a egg comes down, they can get it over. So let me queue up some commands and we will go from there. All right, everybody. So we are in the process of moving our old mess hall, not mess hall, great hall, from over there to over here. We're going to add some decor items. Usually I would put in a whole bunch of paintings in here, but we just don't have the reed fiber as of right now. So yeah, so we are moving everybody over here. We're reassigning them a new table so that they don't forget that they have somewhere to sit and eat their meals. I've noticed in the past, whenever I've done this now, like again, I haven't played this in a while, but in the past when I would do this, make this move like I have, it would kind of mess with them and they would end up eating on the floor and stuff like that. The reason that we're doing all this is because we need to figure out what we're going to do with our de-evolution chamber over here. So we've kind of got some of this going on as far as somewhat set up for our hatch things, but we want to take the hatch eggs and drop them into water. And then after they've been dropped in water, we want to either let them evolve into their natural state of meat, or we want to put them in our hatchery here. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to do it. This space looks pretty enticing, but then I'd have to ship all that back up here. Doing it here in the kitchen is the most logical thing to do, but I don't think I have enough space to really do it. I didn't leave myself enough space to do it. Now I could move my bathrooms and latrine over somewhere else so that, you know, maybe here so that I could do it, but I plan on having every dupe in a spacesuit, so I don't think that's a good idea either. My next thought would be is to put it here, but now we're getting really far away from kind of our centralized stuff. I might try to put it here, but I don't know. I can't really move the kitchen. I don't want to move the kitchen. It's not that I can't. I don't want to move the kitchen. So I want to make the kitchen here. I want to try to utilize the space we have. If that means we maybe kind of build out the base a little bit farther and say that this is now going to be our future base to have the evolution chamber here, that would make the most sense to me. And I might still very well do that. But yeah, that would require me kind of figuring out how in the world I'm going to get them in and out of here as easily as possible. So yeah, let me kind of brainstorm this for a minute and I will be back. At the same time, let's check on employee number 3. It has been 11 cycles and I believe he started out with 2 on the athletics. So let's see now under his skills where he's at. So within 11 cycles, he has upped into a level 4 of athletics. So we're going to let him keep running. So you can kind of get a gauge of what's going to happen. I believe he's got some skill points that we can assign to him and help him learn a little faster. So now he's got every bit of this research. It'll make him accumulate his skill points faster and everything will be great. But until then, we're just going to let him keep running. Okay, so this is our de-evolution chamber complete. And as you can see, we already have some stone hatchlings incubating in water to drown. Now you need 1,000 kilograms of water per tile to de-evolve these guys. So yeah, so they will be turning into meat, which will be turning into barbecue, and we will be going on from there. Now, what I'd like to do is start phasing out the hatches and make them into stone hatches. So that way I would like one ranch full of smooth hatchlings, which I found out on my previous video. I thought you could get them in from the hatchlings, but you cannot. So they cannot be fed the gold amalgam, and we wasted a whole lot of it just turning it into coal before I realized that this is how you get them. I'm going to cancel these sweep commands. So we will be turning these stone hatches up here into smooth hatches. The rest of them will just continue to make more hatches to be evolved into meat as we need it. Now, all these chambers are set up so that there's no way that any eggs will be in here and they will get swept up immediately. Now, the priority of these are high enough that they will go over, grab an egg, and throw it into the incubator. I'm actually going to make some more incubators so that we can get this going as quick as possible. You need, I think it's 1 incubator for every 5 hatches that you want. So I had to double check my numbers on that. That was from a long time ago. And since we have 4 ranches, that's 21, or 4 times 7 would be, yeah, 28. And so that's what we need. We need enough to supply 28. And I think these are enough, but I want to get some meat going faster. They will incubate faster than they will hatch on their own and drown. So I really want to get some meat going as quick as possible, as we are currently down to 26,000 calories again. So here we are in the same predicament as before. And I believe that's because I took away all of my meal lice. So maybe a temporary meal lice farm and we can go from there. But yeah, I probably did that a little early. Not the greatest of ideas, but we will see what we need to do to finish this out. But yeah, so I have also started exploring over in this area. I'm going to tap into this little piece of oxalite here because I'm still looking for more of the vents and geysers. I'm looking for anything that can give me more water. At the same time, I'm going to run down here and start digging this out and insulating it so that I can start pooling up this salt water here. Like I said before, I think the best thing to do, we're either going to have to pump it up into a tank or we're going to just dig out a decent sized tank here. All of this abyssalite, except for that one, is all pretty temperate. So we can get away with coming in to here, maybe cutting it off and kind of going at an angle perhaps and making this water go down into this area. And then we can just pool up a whole bunch of it here. And that kind of might be the plan. And I might get started on it in the near future as well. I had some idle dupes, so I had to give him something to do. But yeah, I'm going to continue looking for any kind of vents and geysers that we can find. All right, so I had to do some emergency planters because we were getting so low in the calorie counts. I had to hatch a whole bunch of eggs because, again, we were getting so low in the calories and I was getting a lot of starvation reports. So now that that's done and we've got all that going, I'm going to pop in a couple extra incubators here. We have back up to 26,000. We have 10,000 calories in meal or in omelets. So we'll be doing okay. There was no stress involved with it. But yeah, so there's a couple printer pod activations while I was dealing with that. But we just, again, took the care packages. We did get a gulp fry egg. So somehow we got a tropical PACU. I didn't think that they needed a specific temperature to live in, but I guess somehow we made it happen. I didn't know that 22-degree water was it, but yeah, these PACU are I mean, you get a chance no matter what you do. So, 2% chance it can happen. And I mean, we got 2 gulp fry eggs. So yeah, I even killed a few of the PACU, but they had already laid eggs, so it was no big deal. We'll definitely get our quota of PACU going again. I think that they have saved my life just as much as anything else. So we are also done with digging out all of this down here, and I have swept up and mopped up all the water. I'm going to use this opportunity to actually expand the power grid. We are in desperate need of some just more power. I mean, it's not like we've not got enough coal to go through all this, but we are full up on our hydrogen and it is starting to get a little bit too much in here. So I'm going to expand the hydrogen storage to begin with, this time doing it the correct way the first time. And then from there, we will probably do some hydrogen generators. I don't really like doing hydrogen generators. I want to get into geothermal power, but this is as far down as we've gotten so far, just because too much lower. We need exosuits like in a really bad way. So we have dug out a pit here for this saltwater geyser to kind of push its stuff into. It's not a very big pit, but again, we might try to cool this area off. I mean, this stuff is going to come out really hot. and I don't want it to be too hot before I desalinate it and throw it up here in some tanks. And that's might be what we do. Do a big storage area here, maybe cool it off, and then send it up towards the top. Again, everything gets deleted by the heat. Our oxygen is looking at 25 degrees. It's not that hot. It's looking really good. So yeah, we may try to get this going too. I know it seems like a lot of little projects, but as I started playing, it definitely went off the rails a bit. So I did promise exploration. We did get a few geysers and vents found, and we're still trying to find some more. But as of right now, we can't really do too much more. Got to get our food situation back in order. And I feel like we probably, there will be a few things that come up. So yeah, I'll pop back in when something else exciting happens. So we have uncovered it completely, and it is already putting out some awesome 62C water. So once we start accumulating that, we gave a few skill points to some people so that they can get some exosuit training. Everybody has a hat that is allowed to, and we kind of skill scrubbed a lot of people too. And we went ahead and started putting them in the gym to beef them up just a little bit more so that we can utilize them in the field. So because of the skill scrubbing, oh crap, I didn't accidentally click that at all. We're going to go ahead and give them the advanced research to get them. Oh my gosh, I did it twice. Mercy me. Not that one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start giving them the advanced research and things of that nature so that they can get their skills up faster. I'd like to get them somewhere around maybe 10. If we look at employee 2, they are up to a 7 athletics. So they are getting really close. Once they get to 10, they'll actually be just as fast or faster than most of the other people. So we can put them in exosuit, in the exosuit wearing. The reason that you do this is because once you wear an exosuit, I believe it gives you a minus like 6, maybe something like that in your athletics. So to get them all the way to the exosuit, it actually negates that debuff that they get for wearing the suits. So you want to try to get them into exosuit training before you start throwing them out there in the real world. Now we have 8 of these going, and we have like 6 dupes that are allowed out through this door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My bad. I guess because I just added know-it-all there. So because of all that, we are able to run at our maximum speed that they normally have been running at. Now, most of the dupes that are here are going to be our more long-term dupes. So they have been with us since the beginning, and they have a higher athletic skill just because of all of the work that they've been doing. So yeah, we're chugging right along here. And I'm going to try to go exploring for some more vents and geysers. I'm digging out this way. I'm still doing the exploration, still trying to figure it out. Our calories are looking better. Our evolution chamber is looking nice. We have quite a few in the hatchery still that are just producing their eggs. Oh yeah, I wanted to add 1, 2 more of these just to get the hatches to keep going. The only people who are not training in the gym or are not did not get skill scrubbed are our ranchers and our cook. Those are the only ones that really don't need any kind of exosuit training. They're never probably going to go out of the base, to be honest. They're going to just be stuck in, this is their life. So yeah, we will pop back in again when something interesting happens. All right, so we're getting close to this other geyser. Let's see what we got. Come on, baby. It's not what I want it to be, but chlorine gas vent. Okay, awesome. Well, that's not what we were hoping for. Oh, we've got our uranium over here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we will keep on exploring. So I've decided to unplug all of this maximum potential here for polluted water. Took me a little doing to get it kind of wiggled through here in a waterfall style fashion. One of the reasons was we had uncovered all of this, and I didn't want it off gassing anymore. I was not really wanting that to happen. So we did that to bolster up our supplies here of polluted oxygen or polluted water to make our oxygen with. And yeah, so I'm still have not found another geyser, but I did find space. And I saw a bunch of shovels rolling around here, so I put an obsidian block in to hopefully I believe that keeps them from burrowing through. So I'm just going to shore that up. I'm pretty sure they don't go through abyssalite, but I could be wrong on that. I don't remember. If you know, leave a comment down below. So yeah, I was hoping to get to space. I was going to dig up here, but then when I saw the shovels moving around, I decided it was not time anymore. Let's see what the printer prod has for us. I haven't been taking on any new dupes because we still haven't got the calories to do it. So, but I'll take the Joya seeds. They're definitely helpful. In the background, like I had said before, we have all of the tier 2, I believe, except for that one, research knocked out. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is just, I know it's going to leave a little annoying little thing in the corner saying that you're missing your research station, but I have to get the advanced science or applied science stuff going. And I really don't know how to do that yet. I haven't even played with that. That is something that's totally new to me in Oxygen Not Included. But yeah. So anyways, it looks as though I am really short on time. I know that we didn't explore as much as we can. When I look at the star map, the good thing is that when you go to your star map and you click on your planetoid, you can go over properties or of status, and you can look at all the vents that you have on your planet. Now, the thing is I have 9 unknown geysers. So I'm sure some of those are going to be oil and things of that nature, but with 9 left, and I only have 1 water geyser, I am a little nervous. There's probably at least 5 of them in the oil biome, I would think. I would hope, at least. If not, we have chosen a terrible, terrible starting planet or asteroid to be on. So I'm hoping that these 9 geysers, something will be another water source of any sort, because after analyzing this, it's only going to give me, and if I'm wrong, please let me know, but the average output is only going to be 2,900 grams a second. And each one of these electrolyzers uses 1,000 grams a second. So if you go into this right here, it requires 1,000 grams a second, meaning that we can only provide enough water for 2.8. Which is another reason that I haven't taken on any more dupes past the 15. Now, a full-fledged Rodriguez will give you nearly enough for 30 dupes. So I am basically at half of that, with the saltwater geyser being my primary source of water and my primary source of oxygen. So, and it is a power-hungry beast. I mean, I'm going to have to desalinate that water, which means I don't have to sieve water anymore, but I will have to desalinate it. So I can still use it on the Rodriguez, which will be fine. But the problem with it is that I won't be able to go over 15 dupes until I find another source of water. So I know that there's a water planetoid. I've seen some people and they've played through this, but to be honest with you, looking for the niobium places for the geysers and whatnot, I haven't found anything. Nothing in the cold biomes, nothing in anything that I've discovered yet. Now, I do have a big chunk of the map that is undiscovered, and that'll probably be saved for the next episode. We will be going down here and getting this done. I'll try to pump this water up into here, but this storage tank does not have a lot of space. So we may make a secondary storage tank here and let all this water get kind of sucked down into that. And then, I mean, I've never tried, I've been told that taming a cool steam vent geyser for water is not necessarily the best thing to do, but we can try it if I absolutely had to. So, and I feel like we're getting to a point that I absolutely may have to. And I don't know, I'll have to look on the Reddits and some other things to see how to tame those for the maximum amount of water, but it does not look very promising for us. So anyways, Who would have said? I was just trying to do a casual playthrough, and all of a sudden, mega stress. Not only with calories being what they are, and these hatcheries, or yeah, hatcheries trying to, or I'm sorry, not hatcheries, stables not really getting going very fast. But we and getting our oh, we have a drowning hatch. Finally, we're gonna get some barbecue. Do we have any here yet? Nope. But boy, oh boy, when this guy dies, you know, I'm sure you're glum. You are glum, buddy. I'm so sorry. And meat. Yes. Meat, sweet, juicy meat. Give me that meat. So, hey, there comes my next victim. So once this really gets going, I mean, we have quite a few hatchling eggs in here. We have stone hatchlings. We have all kinds of eggs in here. So the meat's coming and the calories are going to get better. And then we can switch everybody over to a better food source, meaning that we can get all of the morale points high, so we can keep going with everything. But yeah, I wanted a nice playthrough, but this is starting to get a little stressful. And we're not even at a point where we can do the mid-game stuff, which is get down into the oil and get all that going. With the suits that we have now, we can go down into here, but this obsidian is 1200 C. It is ridiculous hot. And if anything touches it, it's going to turn it into sour gas, steam, all kinds of things. And I kind of want to avoid this and go around it for now. And we'll see what's out this direction. Oh, we even have a zombie spore child over here. Oh, great. More wonderful things to deal with. But anyways, this has been a lot of fun. I still love this game. Please don't think that I hate the game or anything like that. But if you do enjoy what you're watching as much as I enjoy what I'm playing, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it does help the channel out. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be alerted every time that a new Oxygen Not Included goes up. And I hope to see you in the next video. Click anything on the screen and let me on my other playthroughs and other content of the page. Leave a comment on those. Share it with a friend. So help us out and grow our channel. So this has been Addo from Addo's Playtime, and don't forget to keep gaming for the love of games.